Hello and welcome to Hannah's Inner Healing channel. So today we have a new topic, and the topic is the dynamics involved in a narcissistic home. A narcissistic home is not a home like any other home. It's a dysfunctional home that has its own, dynamics that we're going to discuss today. And if you've grown up in a narcissistic family, as you listen to this, you'll see a lot of these things that I'm talking about, only that maybe you didn't know it's a narcissistic family. So my name is Hannah Jerry. I have a background in pastoral studies, master's in pastoral studies, a degree in sociology and politics, and a certificate in trauma counseling. So my own life experiences and my education background really have helped me to even come up with some of these, information that I'm sharing with people today. And I hope that this information will heal and bring life to many people and discovery to many people, because this channel is all about healing, growth, and even just you becoming everything that God has called you to be. So we're going to start. In a narcissistic family, what happens is there are different functions for different people. So we have the scapegoat, we have this lost child, and the golden child. And in my previous video, where I had titled How Childhood Affects Your Adulthood, I had talked about how your life is shaped by your childhood. So if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch that video. Just check my videos and you'll see it, and just watch and see a deeper explanation of what this about how your childhood affects your adulthood, even how you attach to people, even your love language still are all rooted in childhood. And you can also heal. It's not permanent. Some of these effects are not permanent. They can be worked upon. So today I'm going to just dive into this dynamics of a narcissistic family. So the narcissists, because they are broken people, if wherever they are, they bring dysfunction, be it in an office, be it in a family setup, wherever they are, because they are broken. So whatever they do is broken, because they're very broken and damaged on the inside, but they refuse to acknowledge it. And it's very hard to see a narcissist even going to a counselor, because they believe they're perfect. So what happens is, when a narcissist has children, let's say they have two children, it will either be the scapegoat or the golden child. But if there are more than two children, there'll be the scapegoat, the lost child, and the golden child. And the scapegoat and the golden child are usually supplied for the narcissist in different ways that we're going to look at today. So today I want us to start with the golden child. The golden child is the one who the favorite of the narcissist, who even later in life ends up being a narcissist themselves. And the golden child is the one given all the attention, it's the one who's bought all the toys, is the one who's praised by the narcissist, is the one who maybe even looks like the narcissist or has something similar or common with the narcissist. It could be the firstborn or the lastborn or any other in the middle child. It doesn't matter. It could just be a child within the family that the narcissist maybe identifies with or has chosen to lift above the rest. So the golden child it has also resources, is taken to good schools above the other children. He or she is also the flying monkey who goes collecting information for mommy and daddy to bring the information about other children. He's also the bully, because at a young age they realize they can be able to manipulate their way up or bully other people. He's not, this is the person who is not able to cope well in life later on, he or she, because they are used to be manipulating and getting their way. So when now they come to the real life, they realize, wow, I cannot be able to get my way with everybody the way I used to get my way with my parents or with a parent in the home. So now that it becomes hard for them even to relate, and the only people that are going to be in this child's life are toxic people like this child, because they cannot be able to maintain healthy relationships. They cannot be able to maintain friendships that are normal, friendships that are just without drama. This person wants to be treated special, because they are used to be treated special at home. They are used to be given the red carpet treatment over others. So now they realize in life you don't have that red carpet treatment. In life you're not given that red carpet treatment. Nobody's there to give you the red carpet treatment. So you have to learn this is life. So they have problems even with relationships, and these are the people who also become abusers in relationships, because it's their way or the highway. So these are the golden child, and this is what the narcissist sets up the child to be. It destroys this child, and they are not even able to fulfill their purpose, because they have a lot of flaws. When your character is not right, you're not able to fulfill your purpose. So they set you up for that. Now, when the scapegoat is the one who goes through a lot in such a setup, In fact, when I'm talking about this scapegoat, it's sad. It breaks your heart. But I also believe in the redemptive power of God, of healing the scapegoat. So let me just talk about a bit about the scapegoat. So the scapegoat is the one who gets the wrath of the narcissist. He's the punching bag of the family. He's the invalidated, or he or she, is the invalidated child. He or she is the one who is empathetic and maybe less likely to fight back. And most of the time won't even argue back. And even you find that the scapegoat is usually the gifted child, the one who has a lot of giftings or calling or star. And they start being fought at a very young age. And you realize that the scapegoat is the one who takes the blame for all the family problems. Remember in my previous video, I said that the narcissist doesn't know how to solve problems. So what he does, he keeps just, projecting blame, shifting blame to other people. So this is the child who gets the blame for the family problem. This is the child who, because the narcissist parent doesn't like them, the other siblings also will start ganging against this child. And whoever sides with this child also becomes an enemy to the narcissist. And this is their own child. This is not even an adopted child. And later on, the scapegoat grows to have even health problems, because you can get mental illnesses. You see, when you're rejected a lot and you face a lot of opposition in the family of birth, where you are supposed to be accepted unconditionally, where you're supposed to be loved unconditionally, and now this is the same family that is fighting you. This is the same family that is opposing you. You can develop mental illnesses, mental instabilities. You can also develop anxiety, depression, complex PTSD. And then you can also PTSD. You can develop complex PTSD, addictions of all kinds, alcohol, drugs, pornography. All those are, addictions to just mask the pain. You see, every time you see someone addicted to something, don't keep, condemning them. They could be having a deep wound, an inner pain that they are only known to them. And then they can also get heart attacks, kidney failures, ulcers, and all the health conditions that we described when you are relating with a narcissist. Because they are the ones who face the wrath of the narcissist. They are the ones who are criticized the most, rejected the most. And they can also develop social problems where they have difficulty in making decisions, because when you grow up rejected, when you're the punching bag of a narcissist, you grow up very confused. So even to make decisions for you is very difficult. You also attract abusers in your life. The people who come into your life are abusers. People who are just going to abuse you, take advantage of you, use you, misuse you. That's what you find, and also they have difficult trusting, because you never were given that trust. You see, when you love a child unconditionally, it causes them to trust more or to be well adjusted in the society. So they have difficulty trusting. And they have low self-esteem, because when you are rejected, when you're told that you're good for nothing, it gives you trust issues. You get a lot of trust issues. So you're not even able to have a high self-esteem. You have low self-esteem and you feel poor about yourself. You don't see anything good about yourself, because all you received was negativity. You didn't receive any validation from your parent, who was supposed to be someone validating and loving you the most. And then you find they sell themselves short. You find that they date people just to be used, or they take positions. Maybe they are very gifted, but they keep picking low jobs that are not for their qualification. They really sell themselves short. And then they have the rejection syndrome. When you're rejected, you also reject yourself. So when they're in a relationship, they will be thinking, this person wants to leave me, let me leave before they leave me. Or they will be rejecting themselves, or they will allow abuse in the name of love. That's a syndrome of rejection. And then they are not able to set boundaries, because boundaries come from a safe and healthy place. So if you're not able to set boundaries, then it means you're someone who, because you never knew. In fact, in a narcissistic home, there are no boundaries. The narcissists cannot teach you how to set boundaries, because they don't have boundaries. They are toxic. So in the family, you're not even allowed to have your own privacy. Your diary can be read anytime. Your privacy can be intruded upon anytime, and you're over 18 years. You're treated like a child and you're a grown-up. You're this grown-up person, but you're treated like a child. Because those are the narcissists themselves, they are broken. They're trying to break you and treat you like a child. So now, you are not able even to set boundaries, because you didn't know what boundaries were in the first place. So people can come into your life, treat you the way they want to treat you because they know you have no boundaries. Then you can also be clingy because you see, when you don't know your worth, when you're in a relationship, you want to be clingy and hold on to this person. You cannot be just, well adjusted because you want to hold on because you never had anyone to hold on when you were growing up. And then you also, the golden child can also be someone who, because you don't have a confidence and everything in your life, you won't make it in life because everything in life requires confidence and self-belief. So you keep failing. And like I said, God in his redemptive nature can heal, and he heals. So you can heal. God, when you come to Christ, he heals you. He gives you a new identity. And then he uses that experience that was meant for evil for good. You can still be redeemed through even counseling, through self-validation, through making yourself again. And even if it means, and most scapegoats also cut off. Sometimes it's good to cut off because when you're in this primary family background, they keep taking you back to being for you to play the role of the scapegoat. Even when you're an adult, you'll be made to play that role. So the best thing is to cut off. If you are depending on them, even economically, pray to God to be free. If you're depending on them for any support, pray to be free because you'll always play that role when you're in that home. So it will need a different change of game whereby you're independent and all. So if you have to relate with them, it will be either from a long distance or from afar, but not in a place where it's like you're still children. Because narcissists will always treat you like children even when you're mature. And then now, for the scapegoat, once they heal, they really become great parents. They can connect deeply with other people. Because of also the rejection was also for their protection, because when you're rejected by the narcissist, you will not take in the narcissism like the golden child. So it means for you to be easy for you to cut off narcissism in your life. That's narcissistic traits from you in your life. So you won't have those traits. You won't carry those traits because you already have hated that life. It never worked for you. So it's not easy for you to be a narcissist. And then they can also be the narcissist. The scapegoat in most times is the gifted child. It's the child that has a lot of potential in life. So that's why you see they are rejected and all. So if they heal, they can really go far. They can become even champions of the oppressed. They are the ones who feel deeply because they have been hurt deeply. They feel deeply for other people. That is the scapegoat for you. And then now the lost child. You see, now in all these dynamics, there's the scapegoat, there's the golden child. Now the lost child is the one who never gets any attention, is the one who is not noticed in a family, is the one who just gets by, like, oh, there goes Bob, there goes Mary. They are not really noticed. They are not supply for the narcissist. Because supply for the narcissist is either making the scapegoat feel bad about themselves or praising the golden child. So now you have the lost child. The lost child is usually socially anxious. For them to socialize, if they go to a party, they are the quiet types. They're the ones who want to go without being noticed. And then their interests are not they are not seen or looked into. And then they don't have that feeling of pursuing their dreams. They don't even go out of their way to take risks. And then most of the time they are alone and they learn to take care of themselves at a very young age because no one is there for them. So the lost child also has the great capability of cutting off narcissism and taking care of themselves. But now the lost child needs healing to recover back their esteem. They also need healing to know that they can be seen, that it is okay to be seen. Because they feel that it's not okay to be seen. They feel like they need to be hidden so that they can be okay, because that's what they learned, to be hidden from a young age. So this is a person who, then they heal, God will start now making them be prominent. And you see, because some of these lost children are very great artists, they have a lot of giftings here and there, and those giftings needs to be seen. So if they never heal, those, sad to say, they die with their giftings. They die and stuff their calling. So they need to come out, heal, and be now whole from everything, and to know that they are loved and to know that they are seen. And if you're watching this video and you're a lost child, I want you to know that it's okay to be seen. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to get the attention at times. I'm not saying that people should crave the attention of others, but it's okay to also be seen. It's okay to be recognized. because you're human and you're special and you're unique. So those are the dynamics that you find in a narcissistic home. As I conclude this topic of narcissism has really destroyed many people. Narcissism has really been encouraged and enriched by some cultures. Especially you find those cultures where there's a lot of enmeshment. People have to keep being together. This is family. You can't escape your family. They really foster and nurture narcissism. So many people they suffer in this kind of dynamics because the enmeshment is encouraged. So that even differentiation where you can cut off and be differentiated and be your own person is not encouraged. And yet we were all created unique. You see, no one has the same fingerprints in the world. What does that mean? That everybody is unique. So you need also to have space to differentiate yourself. A healthy family gives you space to be yourself, to be unique. You don't need to be like the family. You don't need to mold, to be in a certain mold. You don't need to marry at a certain age. Do this, marry a certain tribe, marry a certain race for you to be recognized by your family. You need to be unique. Marry whomever that God brings your way and you feel that you love them. Take any career that suits you, but not this career that other people want for you. You are unique. You're called unique. God says He knew you in your womb. You are unique. So don't allow anybody to come and enmesh you and put you into their own mode of thinking or mode of life. This is how they believe life to be. You have a right, especially as an adult, to live your life free and to make decisions for you as an adult. And if you make mistakes, you learn from those mistakes. Because in a narcissistic home, they don't want even you to make mistakes, which is a form of manipulation. Sometimes God allows you to make these mistakes because you're growing from these mistakes. And from these mistakes, you're also gaining the wisdom of life. So you need to allow yourself to make mistakes. Because in a narcissistic home, if you make mistakes, you're made to feel like you're a bad person. Like you're not perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be human. You need to be human and let your authentic self, get in touch with your authentic self. Inside of you, there's someone who is there. Get inside with your inner child, your authentic self, heal, so that now you can be able to radiate your glory or your color to the world. The world needs your input. So you need to grow to that place where the world needs your input. So those are some of the things that I would want you to think about, even as we are talking about in this video. So thank you so much for watching. So we're going to start on codependency. It's a new topic in itself, but it's also connected with the narcissism. And we're going to talk about what codependency is and how you can heal from codependency. Thank you for watching.